Good evening, everybody. Welcome to JPR Season 7. That's round 1. And we're going to start off with a sprint night. So it's just going to be this short quali, just 18 minutes. And it's going to be followed by a sprint race and then your feature race. Guys have had a taste of the new game. Obviously last week we had a pre-season race. And I'm sure a lot of practice has gone in since then. Let's have a look who's out on track. I'll be back with you now. Sorry about that. Just having a little bit of an issue. Can you guys hear me? Can you just confirm in the comments? I think it should be working. It's having a bit of a sound problem, but welcome everybody. This is the first round of season 7 at JPR. We've got 4 minutes remaining in qualifying, so we're joining at the action end of qualifying. It's 4 minutes remaining, and then we're going to have a sprint race followed by a feature race. So round 1 is going to be quite action packed, and obviously the real life F1 mirroring the same events: sprint race, feature race. We're gonna do that all in one night. Currently 3.5 minutes remaining on the clock. Shane is the provisional pole sitter with a 104.5. Pampun is second, but seems to have retired from the session. RZDV currently third, 105 flat. And we've got Tunable also retired from the session. He's in fourth, 1051. Time's really close. Both Williams fifth and sixth, almost identical times. Then AD, 7th place in the Ferrari. Times are so close. Just 1/100th of a second separates 5th and 7th. Razor in 8th, 105.3. J-Boy in 9th, 105.4. And Ultra Gamer in 10th, 105.5. See a pattern? Seems like there's a 10th between every driver at max. He goes around the corner, final corner that is, over the line. See if he can improve from that 105.2. He does. Sorry about that. He sets a 105.2 but stays in 7th. Matsumi currently outside the top 10. It's the position I exactly don't want to start in. It's 10th or 11th. It's right in the middle. I think turn 1 should be interesting. Shane back out on track, looking to improve on that time. 104.5. The only car in the 104s. Pampun, RZDV and Tunable, 2nd, 3rd and 4th, they will not improve on their times. They've retired from the session. 2 Williams, both on outlaps. I have a permanent caution over here covering my time remaining, so I can't see how much time is remaining in the session. Shane goes over the line and does improve it to 104.3. Takes another 2/10 off of what was already a dominating time. Who is next? Wezo currently 5th. He's going to start his, what I suppose is his final run. Currently has a 105.2. It's good enough for 5th. Teammate not far behind him. With both Williams out on a fast lap. AD now going around the final corner. What I believe will be his final attempt. So 105.4. 2/10 slower than his best. So he's going to stay in 7th. The checkered flag is out. Razor and Teacher have crossed the checkered flag. Their session is over. Same for Shane, 104.3. We'll follow Wezo as he enters the final corner. He's going to go over the line. Is that 105.2 going to come down? 104.9. Is that right? That's not right. I think that was an invalidated lap. Time did pop up on my screen as a 104.9. Now we wait for his teammate. Is his teammate able to improve? Yes, he is, but just by the one position. Displaces Wezo, but it remains a Williams third row. Who else is still out there? Chris. Join him just in time as he goes 7th. 105.2. Time so close. Really nicely done, really, by everyone in the field. No one else out on track. Everyone is either in the pits or have their checkered flag, so I think it's pretty safe to read through the positions. So it looks like Shane has taken pole position, 104.3. Pampun second, 105.0. So close. RZDV 105.0 in third. Then Tunable fourth. We have the two Williams fifth and sixth. We'll wait for the just wait for the official results. And there we go. So Shane, Pampun, RZDB, Tunable. Then we have Yaku and Wezo, the two Williams. 7th place goes to Chris. AD in 8th, J-Boy 9th, Razor 10th, Ultra Gamer 11th, Natsumi 12th, The Teacher 13th, Staffy 14th, Afmagozi in the second, Mercedes, he's 15th, Nuclear Monkey 16th, and Heno brings up the grid. Not sure if he set a lap time. Obviously next up we have a sprint race. No need for a mandatory pit stop, so this will be a, so long as you don't get any damage along the way, hopefully a start to finish. Obviously let me know in the comment section if you guys see anything interesting in the weather. I can't see the weather. So let me know if there's any rain or anything interesting that's going to come along and spice up what's already going to be an entertaining race. If the qualifying times are anything to go by, top 10, it's going to be very close. Nothing for those first few laps before the cars can spread out a little bit. It's going to be action-packed. Eyes are off on their formation lap. Seems like the leader, he wants to get on with it. Haven't seen anyone speaking about rain just yet. I don't think that would complicate the sprint race a little bit too much. And does anybody think we're actually going to see a red flag? I haven't seen a red flag yet. Some of you have, but for me I haven't seen a red flag in the game. Will today be the day? especially in a sprint race. It's less laps and you just throw caution to the wind a little bit more than you do in a feature race. And mishaps do happen. Hopefully they won't be happening into turn 1. Thanks to everyone who's joined the stream, who's watching. Comment section is active. Glad to have everyone here. So it's not the usual voice, but I'll try and fill in for this season at least. See how long I can stay out of a car. Not the best camera angle there from the game for the race start. We're getting a helicopter view when we really don't want one. There we go. Shane gets a good start. He should lead into turn 1. He does. Van Poorn second. So the top it's the top 2. They remain the same. Tunable up into 3rd. RZDV 4th. 2 Williams remain 5th and 6th. Chris in 7th. Seems like everyone's stayed in single file. As I say that, there's a Ferrari. Don't know what happened there. I think that was 80. Just getting himself on a part of a racetrack where he didn't really want to, and then got swamped. Really close here in the midfield. 80 battling, got a Alpine alongside him. And eventually Razor has to give in. And that causes the McLaren to jump up on his gearbox. So, action-packed lap 1. Back to your leader at the end of lap 1. Very short lap time. Leads by 0.4 of a second at the end of lap 1. As you can see, my timing screen is broken again. So that has not been fixed since last week. Nobody really making up too many positions at the start. Biggest winner at the start really is not Shumi. He's gained 3 positions. And unfortunately for J-Boy, he's been the biggest loser at the start. He's lost 7 positions. To have a look at the tyres in the field, everyone except for the McLaren of Natsumi in 9th place is on a set of mediums. Natsumi has chosen a set of softs. Wonder how that will play out later on in the race. Gap between 1st and 2nd now just over a second. Pampun's gonna want to keep that under a second so that when DRS becomes available he can make the most of it. Everything happening here now. RZDV, he tries to get himself up into 2nd place. Starting to really put pressure on the McLaren in front of him. You're trying to keep up with the car behind you. You're trying to keep up with the car ahead of you, rather, and you have to concentrate on your mirrors and make sure that the one behind you isn't going to get past. Two Williams having a good race so far. They remain 5th and 6th. Their starting positions. The only team in the top 10 to have 2 cars in the top 10. Actually not. I was very wrong. 3 teams have 2 cars in the top 10. It goes to Alfa Romeo, McLaren and Williams. See how not Shimmy is doing with those softs. Obviously the only man on track with softs, taking a gamble. Obviously found himself starting a little bit further down the grid than he would have liked. We want to set a softs and see what he can do in the early stages of the race. Will there be an advantage? May have issues towards the end of the race. It's all about how he can maintain those tyres. But if you're attacking, you're not really thinking of conserving tyres. Chris has got up into 6th, displacing one of the Williams. So we have Alpha 4th, Williams 5th, Alpha 6th, Williams 7th. The Alpines 9th and 10th. Unfortunately, the only team with both cars outside of the top 10, that goes to Ferrari. Back to the leader on lap 5 of 12. Leads from RZDP 1.3 seconds. He's still in 3rd. Tunable has not given up on a podium. He's in 4th. Very close behind. He's going to fight that McLaren. Both have DRS though. Tunable disposes of the McLaren. Very nicely done up the inside, and he puts himself up into 3rd place. Red Bull, Mercedes, Alfa Romeo, McLaren, Williams. 5 constructors in the top 5. Back to the McLaren that's running soft. It's down in 8th. Doesn't seem to have paid off for now, but we're at half distance. So far no retirements. All 17 drivers that started this race are still in the race. Obviously things can change very quickly if we have a safety car. No sign of a safety car as of yet. Just 2 drivers with penalties. I was expecting a lot more than that actually. That's Nuclear Monkey and Ultra Gamer with 3 seconds apiece. Chris now up into 4th place. The Alfa Romeo is doing really well. 3rd and 4th. Cleared the Williams, but now he's got to shake him off. And I shouldn't have said it. I think that's known as the commentator's curse. Spoke about a safety car about a minute ago, and we have a safety car. Or do we? The whole smattering of cars now diving into the pits. Welcome to everyone that is watching the stream and populating the comment section. I have a bad habit of not looking at the comment section. I will try and interact a little bit more. Watch the pit stop of the second Mercedes. Will come out in 17th. Now Shane leads the race on 8 lap old mediums. Safety car will bring everybody back together. It built up a bit of a gap. Gonna have to do it all over again. And hopefully he hasn't taken the best out of those tyres. Otherwise he might have a little bit of a disadvantage at that restart. Obviously ninth lap of 12. Safety car is going to come in and we're going to have, what is that, a 3-lap sprint to the end. So a sprint race within a sprint race. Matsumi did do a pit stop. He's now on another set of softs. That goes for Staffy, AD, J-Boy and Apmagozi. They all have a brand new set of softs on their car, as well as Teacher. Everybody else on a set of 8-lap old mediums. So if those cars at the back can make the most of that additional grip, might see some drivers coming through the field pretty late on in this race and snatching some points. Obviously the race started off with Shane in first, Puna in second. That was your front row. Puna down to 6th. Be hoping for a good restart, so he can claw back some of those positions. We'll follow the leaders so we can see when that safety car does decide to come in. We have a Mercedes quite far behind that group of cars. So, but there we go. We get confirmation. Safety car in this lap. Body weaving around, trying to get some tire temperature so they don't have a too dramatic turn 1. Here we go. And we're go. No overtaking until the start finish line. It looks like everybody's gone single file. Been pretty clear into turn 1. RZDV second into turn 1, but he comes under pressure from well, there's 2 Alfa Romeos behind him. Let's say 1 behind him, 1 alongside him. The Alfa Romeo going to try go around the outside. Not right now, and there's collision. There's a collision between Tunable and Chris. Not serious. Let's just have a look at the front of Chris's car, see if there's any damage there. Nothing seems apparent there. Seems like all the wings are still intact. So it was just a tap, not serious damage. RZDV remains second, he's 7/10 adrift, wants to stay within DRS. Wezo 5th, Pampun in 6th, so he has made a position. Yaku in 7th, Natsumi 8th, and he pops up into 7th past his teammate. His teammate rapidly going down the order, so there we go. That explains why. Hopefully No one drives into him. Seems like everyone's missed him. But Pampun has lost it on the final corner of the circuit. Very easy to do, especially when the tyres are not at their best. 2 retirements right at the end of the race. Yaku and Staffy will not be completing this race. Lap 12 of 12. Shane doesn't have far to go. Any late drama, looking for close gaps. Closest gap on our screens right now is between the Williams and the Alfa Romeo. Fight for 4th place. Also pretty close between the Alphas, but I don't think there's going to be any passing between them now. Around the final corner, back to your leader. Goes over the line from start to finish. RZDB, he'll be happy with that. Gets himself up into 2nd place. Good race for Alpha. 3rd and 4th. Just waiting for the final cars. That's the Alpine of Razor. He crosses the line in 13th. Then we have Pampun, 14th. And 80 not having the best of sprint races. But that's why sprint nights are the best. You get a second opportunity. So there we go. Shane winning the sprint race from Robbie, from RZDB in 2nd. Then you've got Tunable 3rd, Chris 4th, Wezo 5th, Ultra Gamer 6th, The Teacher in 7th, J-Boy 8th, Not Shumi 9th, Nuclear Monkey 10th, Apmagozi 11th, Eno 12th, Razor 13th, Pampun 14th. Then a little further down, 80 and 15, and then Staffy and Yaku not getting over the finish line at the end. So now just waiting for the feature race to begin. Guys will be going over their strategies. Sprint race, no pit stop required. Obviously here, you've got your mandatory stop. Got to pick which 2 compounds you plan on using. And are you going to underfuel in the hope of a safety car? It does become quite entertaining when you underfuel in hope of a safety car, and then the safety car just never happens, and you realize you're about 2 laps short of finishing the race. Still waiting for some players. Guys finishing up on their strategies. We go start of the formation lap. Chance to warm up your brakes, try and get some tire temperature. As for the leader, he'd like to get a start as cleanly as he did in the sprint race. Going to have a different opponent next to him on the front row. Obviously the sprint race sets the grid here. RZDV joins or shares the front row with Shane. So all Alfa Romeo 2nd row. 3rd row Wezo and Ultra Gamer All Alpine 4th row with Teacher and J-Boy. Matsumi 9th, Nuclear Monkey 10th. Akmagozi 11th, Eno 12th, Razor 13th, Pampun 14th. 80 will be getting away from 15th. Then we have Staffy and Yaku. 2 drivers not to finish. Hopefully we get a better camera angle. Almost thought RZTV was going to lose it there. Put the car sideways, trying to warm things up. We do have a car in the pit wall. Luckily, it's the formation. Seems like I'm getting the same unfortunate camera angle for the race start. Not very helpful at all. This is not an appropriate camera angle for a race start. We wait for the red lights. We can't see them. We'll just assume when the cars start moving. And we're off. There we go. Finally. Shane leads from RZTV, so no change in the top 3. Tunable still 3rd. Wezo's jumped up into 4th. Chris has lost a position. He's down into 5th. Ultra Gamer 6th. The 2 AlphaTauris have swapped positions. Teacher now up into 7th. J-Boy down into 8th. Natsumi still 9th. Nuclear Monkey 10th. They hold positions. As I say that, Nuclear Monkey gets a position. Goes up into 9th. Natsumi down into 10th. And I'm going to stop doing that because they've just swapped positions again. Akmagozi 13th. Yaku 14th. Staffy 15th. The 2 Ferraris. 36 lap race. It's going to be nothing like your sprint race. Long way ahead. Got to think the long game. Can't be all about attack. Really not getting the best camera angles for some reason. We're still in 5th. He lost that 4th position early on in the race at the race start. He'll be looking to get back past that Williams, reclaim 4th. Top 3 remain the same. Possible strategies, medium to hards, or soft, medium. 36 lap race, very short circuit in terms of lap time. So lots can still happen. If you look at the timing screen there on your left, you can see that my timing screen is broken. It's been that way when we tested this last week. So I do apologize if every now and then the times make no sense. Virtual safety car deployed early on in the race. We look to see what that's all about. Seems like J-Boy is the car that's no longer in the race. And it's been declared a full safety car. So virtual safety car becomes a full safety car. And it's really too early on in the race for anybody to really get a benefit out of this safety car. It's going to be interesting to see what the guys decide to do here. Surely nobody's going to stop now on lap 3 under a safety car. Maybe some of the drivers on soft will be considering just maybe this is a good time to drop the soft. Maybe another safety car later on in the race. It's a bit too early to be thinking strategies. Safety car going around yet again. A Ferrari and an Alpine catching the back of that queue. Seems like Tunable may have gone off track somewhere, because Williams has gotten past him under safety car. So I think if you do go off track, you're allowed to, if the car in front of you goes off track, you are allowed to take that position, and I think that's what's happened. Maybe Tunable going off road a little bit, and the Williams picking up a position. In the top three, we have two soft runners, one medium runner, fourth and fifth, both on hards. And then basically the rest of the top 10 on mediums, with the exception of Yaku, also on a set of softs, like his teammate. In the 6 cars that remain outside the top 10, a mixture of compounds. 3 drivers on softs, 1 on medium, 2 on hards. Plenty of strategies, plenty of ideas, and we'll really only know which one worked best in 32 laps from now. Safety car seems to be going around yet again, or is he in this lap? He is in this lap. So there we go, we didn't see that confirmation on screen, but safety car is in, overtaking until that start finish line. Here we go, we're going to have an aggressive turn 1, are we? Everyone stays line astern into turn 1, nothing too aggressive. Now they have to wait patiently for DRS to be activated. Everyone will want to get their DRS back so that they can attack that little bit more. Everyone will have a fully charged up DRS after all that time behind the safety car. Some will be using it to attack, others will be using it to defend. All the top runners really close for now. And there's a retirement, unfortunately, a retirement for the Ferrari of 80. Not sure if he made contact with the horse, but as we saw the retirement of 80, we do see Nuclear Monkey through the gravel trap. Not sure if those two incidents were connected or if they were just very close together in timing. Teacher is into the pits, as is Pampun, and we have yet another safety car. Third one of the night, second one of the race. And for the guys at the front, this will really be making them think about their strategy. First safety car, I think it was lap 3, now it's lap 6. If you're on the soft tyre, is this an opportunity to drop the soft tyre? Or is losing track position too much of a risk right now that you need to stay out? The top drivers on softs at the moment are in first and third. as you can see, I'm not really sure what's happening there. It says Shane is in the pits, but I can see him driving on track. Look at that. Isn't that a interesting glitch? Oh, it's doing it with all the drivers. Look at that. Well, at least it's not me going crazy and everybody has footage of that happening. Ultra Gamer has been disqualified from the session for ignoring yellow flags. This has really mixed everything up. RZDV now leads from the two Alfa Romeos of Tunable and Chris in first. That's now first, second and third. Shane did go into the pits. He's come back out in fifth place. Currently 20 seconds behind, but obviously behind the safety car. Everyone will group up again. Not entirely sure how far that hard can go. Can it go to the end? Do you really need it to go to the end at this point? Because if the race continues as it has, I'd be really surprised if we didn't see another safety car before the end of the night. No idea what happened there with my timing screen, but clearly there are a few issues that the game needs to sort out in the spectator menu. It's obviously a part of the game that they forget about a little bit, but there's definitely a few issues here. Cars that are going into the pits are showing as driving really slowly down the racetrack before turning into a wall. Lap 9 of 36. There we go. I can't really give you the race positions right now, because as you can see, there's the timing screens again. And do we have our timing screens back? There we go. Now we have them back. Seems like we only get the timing screens back briefly when the leader crosses the line. So RZDV still leads from the two Alfa Romeos. We have an Alpine of Ultra Gamer in fourth, Shane in fifth after that pit stop under safety car. Yaku, the first of the two Williams, he's in sixth, Staffy in seventh. He's made up a few positions as a result of these safety cars, but he's on rather aging softs. Razor is in eighth, Eno ninth. The one remaining Ferrari, as I say that, he goes down to 10th, Pampun up to 9th. And then outside the top 10 we have Wezo, Atmagozi, Teacher, Natsumi and Nicola Monkey making up the field. At the front, RZDV looks like he's got quite a comfortable lead, 3.5 seconds. And just as I say that, all my times disappear yet again. Gap at the front grows ever so slightly, 3.6 seconds. Chris down in third, losing a little bit of contact now with his teammate. Lap 10 of 36. Some drivers yet to pit. It's pretty 50-50. I think less drivers have stopped than haven't. RZDV, Tunable, Chris and Ultra Gamer, your top 4 yet to pit. Shane in 5th, he has made a pit stop. Yaku 5th has not. And then all the way down the top 10, everyone has made a pit stop. If I'm getting the commentary horribly wrong, I do apologize. I'm reading the timing screen and I can see there's something clearly wrong with it, so I'm just going to read what I see and trust it. Safi now becomes the latest member of the penalties club. Alfa Romeo there in 3rd, also picking up a penalty. Gap at the front still growing, 4.6 seconds. Tunable going to want to reel that in. They're now losing a position to the Williams. Yaku going past up into 5th place. Nice exit there, making up a lot of time. Activate DRS, but a little bit too far away for a dive. That's the front 5 seconds. Good job so far by the Ferrari driver. Enno in 8th place. He's the only Ferrari scoring points tonight, so you'll want to keep it in that top 10. Compton also the one McLaren representative in the top 10. And our only Haas has fallen out of the race, causing our 3rd safety car of the feature race and our 4th safety car of the night. It just confuses things for the guys at the front. You see crazy things happening on the left. Just give it a second until it stabilizes, don't get too excited. That's not half the field retiring. It's just their times disappearing for no reason. That 13 of 36 and we find ourselves on the safety car yet again. I think it's pretty 50-50 on racing laps and safety car laps. Seems like Shane is the leader, even though he's showing 5th on your screens is complicated. You can see the issue, but this timing screen only corrects itself briefly when the leader goes over the line. And the rest of the lap is really not making a lot of sense. So unfortunately, I'm not 100% sure of who's in what position. Gonna have to wait for the safety car to go in and we can have a race restart, and then hopefully this timing screen can start making a little bit more sense. Not a very useful tool when it works this way. There, Shane is leading the race behind the safety car, but on the screens it was showing that he was in second, 50 seconds behind the Williams, which is clearly not the case. So don't read too much into your timing screens. I'll try and keep you updated on where I think people are, but every now and then it does correct itself, so watch out for those moments. 15 of 36, yet another lap starting behind the safety car. We're up to 4 retirements now, just the 13 runners remain. Three safety cars, but no red flag. We still await the appearance of a red flag. Safety car in this lap, there's the confirmation. When that safety car does go in, the leader becomes the safety car until the start-finish line, so it's up to him how he wants to conduct the restart. Wezo right behind him, he's gonna he doesn't want to be caught unawares. Got to stay on the back of that Red Bull. And don't let him get the jump on you. I think Shane is on his way. Yes, he is. There we go. Williams also on his way. McLaren in third. The top three approach turn one. No issues there. Everyone's staying line of stern. Everyone's been pretty respectful there into turn one. I haven't seen any issues. Timing screen showing overtakes that are clearly not happening in front of you. Top three remaining the same. Shane Wezo and not Shumi. If you are watching and you are in the comment section, if you see something different, let me know. But as far as I know, these timing screens are definitely not what they should be. Shane's still your leader. Williams remaining third. McLaren fourth. Then we have quite a gap down to the second Williams. Tampun sixth, Razor seventh, Teacher eighth, Staffy goes up into eighth. Or does he? Yes, he was in eighth. I apologize. Timing screens. Yaku 107.5, fastest lap of the race, and that's on a set of mediums. So surely we may get a faster lap towards the end if somebody finds themselves on a set of softs at an opportune time. Top three still pretty close together. DRS is enabled. So if you're within a second, you can get on with it. Natsumi will have DRS now, and he's just 0.2 of a second adrift from Shane. This is the battle for the lead. DRS will be enabled in the next DRS zone, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, there we go. Wing is open. That's going to help him just get that little bit extra. It's not enough to make the pass right now. Got to get really close. Obviously, we've recently had a safety car ending, so most of the drivers out on track will have no issues with ERS. We have another safety car. Natsumi finds himself against the wall. And yet another retirement. And yet another safety car. In what proves to be a rather ridiculous race. Definitely got to be up there for some sort of record when it comes to the amount of safety cars. There used to be, on some of the older games, a limit really on the safety cars. You never really got more than 3 safety cars in a race. And then after the 3rd safety car, you just get virtuals. But in the last game, they got rid of that. And I assume it remains the same in F123. You seem to have absolutely no sort of restriction on safety cars. 19 laps into the race, and many of those laps have been spent driving awfully slowly. May not be accurate, but I'm pretty sure it's close. Safety cars probably led more laps of the race than your leader. Shane is no longer your leader. Your leader is Razor. Shane obviously popped into the pits, put on a new set of mediums. Strategy is always changing when you're getting thrown a safety car every 3 laps. Another 2 cars into the pits. That's Yaku and Chris. They want a quick pit stop so they can get back out there and catch the back of the queue. The worst thing that can happen is when the safety car comes in and you're half a lap behind the queue. He didn't wait for you. And the advantage you think you were getting, it's gone. Most frustrating thing about a race like this is every time you think you've shaken off the car behind you and you've got yourself a comfortable gap, something you can breathe a little bit, then you get a safety car that comes and bunches everybody back together. And you've got to start again. There we go, safety car in this lap, some confirmation. Not the longest safety car period. Still got a few cars behind that will want to catch up to the queue. They've got all of Sector 3 to do so. So no reason why they shouldn't. Just a stream of about 4 or 5 cars at the back there trying to catch the queue. That is incorrect. My spectator mode is extremely broken. It's now showing retired cars driving around the track at the back. Very interesting. Restart, Razor leads from Shane. Wezo third, give me a proper camera angle, there we go, into turn one. No dives, no late lunges. Stays Alpine first, Red Bull second, Williams in third. Teacher up into fourth. Staffy fifth and RZDV in sixth. Enjoying this action-packed race. He's been able to make up positions through all the chaos. He's up into seventh. Tunable has retired from the race. Hopefully we don't see anything yellow popping up on our screen. Seems like we are safe. Well, as I say that, it just says caution, but that's all it is. Just caution. I was almost thinking we were getting another safety car. Unfortunately, the Alfa Romeos were doing very well at one point in the race. Now they've lost one of their cars, and the other one sits in 11th. So we're going through the order. We got Teheno in 7th. Next up is Pampun. He's in 8th. Got Yaku in 9th. And as we just mentioned, Chris has actually made up a position. He was in 11th. He's now in 10th in the points-paying positions. And Ultra Gamer making up the field in 11th. Wezo now getting a 5-second penalty, which I presume is for speeding in the pit lane. You want to get that fastest pit stop possible, and you're pushing as hard as you can, and you think you're going to get on the brakes, and you just don't get on the brakes just in time. A little bit too greedy. Fastest lap for the race so far is the Williams driver, Yaku, a 1.75. Penalties out on track so far. And update. Staffy in 4th. 6 seconds worth of penalties. Then we have Heno in 7th. Chris in 8th. Ultra Gamer in 9th. They all have 3 seconds apiece. And then the most penalties for the night so far, that goes to Wezo in 11th. He has a 8-second penalty. Obviously those times added on at the end of the race. And can have a serious impact on the top 10 you see on your screen. Worst thing that can happen to you is you've got a bunch of penalties and then you get a safety car at the end of the race. Side by side stuff here. Oh, and Shane gets swamped. Does he just go from second to third while trying to take first? I think that's what happened. He was fighting for first, then he landed up in third. Now Pampun putting the pressure on, and there is contact. It seemed like there was contact, but the McLaren gets past as well. And Shane, just like that, he's off the podium. Teacher in 5th. He's coming under pressure from Staffy. Staffy decides not this time around. See if there's any damage on that Red Bull. It doesn't appear so. RZDV now gets a 3-second time penalty, making that group of penalised drivers +1. We have 5 drivers out on track with no penalties. Just trying to make sense of your leaderboard. been quite a difficult race to commentate on. You don't know absolutely where everyone is. We know that Razor is the leader. As you can see there on my timing screen, it says somebody's right behind Razor, and she's clearly alone on the circuit. So, do apologise from the comms box for the quality of the comms tonight. Started off with the sound problem, and now I'm not really able to tell you who's in what position because I don't think I've seen this before. So anything I say about the leaderboard in the next 9 laps, take it with a pinch of salt. Wait for the official results at the end of the race when I read them out. I think this lineup of 11 drivers may look very different at the end of the race. Wezo now 3-second time penalty, multiple warnings. He goes up to 11. Staffy up to 6. Currently looking for your leader. Again, apologies. It's just really difficult to tell what's happening out on track right there, because the screen's doing all sorts of things. I think people are retiring and they're not, and I think there's position changes, and when I go to that camera angle, there's one car driving all by itself. The game has introduced us to a new glitch. Not even spectator mode is safe. Anything can happen on one of these games. Hopefully they'll get it fixed pretty soon. Oh my word, look at that. An Alpine. Did that really just happen? See, I can't trust this lobby at this point. I just saw Razor drive into a Williams, and I'm not sure if that actually happened. But luckily everyone that is watching can see the same footage as me. It's not me slowly going insane. You can see the madness too. Six laps remain. We've had several safety cars. We've had a sound glitch. We've had a timing glitch. Well, we're still experiencing that timing glitch. And, well, it's pretty exciting. I'm watching as a commentator, and I'm not quite sure who the leader is. So, I'll be waiting for that start-finish line so I can have absolute confirmation of who's in the lead. As you can see there on screen, on the timing screen, Razor is nowhere near. It shows cars that are very close together, and then when you get to them, they're all by themselves. Pit stop by Chris, currently in second. He's got 6 seconds worth of penalties. It will be added to his time, so I do apologize. I just saw an Alfa Romeo drive into the pits, and that was not the case. He did not drive into the pits, apparently. So nothing really I can do. You just got to wait until the end of the race and wait for the official results, because I can't make sense of anything that's happening on the left of our screen. Alpine now getting past the remaining Ferrari of Heno. So another 2 viewers have just joined. If you have just joined, we're having a timing screen glitch, so don't pay too much attention to what you see on the left. And if you think there's a whole series of overtakes that I'm missing, that's not the case. As you can see, it seems like every time the leader goes over the timing beam, whether it's at the start-finish line or whether it's at a sector, the whole timing screen seems to jump. So I'm just as intrigued as you to see who will win this race. Four laps remain, so hopefully that means no more safety cars. I've seen safety cars with 4 laps remaining. They 1 lap sprint to the end. I can think of one in particular Mercedes fans are not too fond of. Cut that down to just 3 laps to go. One of the shortest lap times on the calendar. Not long to go. We're just going through the cars. Doesn't look like we have any battles on track. But as I say, clearly something is broken between me and the lobby. So I do apologize for nothing making sense there. Up 34, 36. 2 to go. Alpine seemed to be the only manufacturer bring 2 cars home. Well, if you finish now, regardless of penalties, regardless of position, you will get a point. 7 DNFs from the 17 drivers that started. So just 10 drivers remain. Don't do anything silly, just get the car to the finish line, make sure you get points. And that's exactly how you want to start off round 1, with a nice handful of points. Nothing worse than leaving round 1 empty-handed. Chris 1.4, 1.3 seconds now. The drift of Shane. I'm trying not to look at the timing screen and just follow what I see on track. I was joking the first time I said it, but yeah, we're really gonna have to wait for the final classification, because I'm not calling any of these results. I lost track of what was where about 5 laps ago. McLaren of Punna snaking around there and had the best race. Pretty decent result for Henno, showing 9th on our screens, but like I say, wait for confirmation. Having a similar session to qualifying earlier on in F1 this afternoon. No one wanting to call lap times. Let the game stewards decide who's where. We are on the final lap. And if I missed the leader going over the line, I do apologize. I don't know who the leader was. But Shane does go over the line. Staffy coming home in second. Does have 9. I'm not sure what to call this. There we go. We'll just wait for the classification. Seems like Teacher has taken second. No. We're going to wait for all the checkered flags. So far, the top 4 that I can confirm, that Shane, RZDB, Razor, Pompun, and now Teacher, Ultra Gamer, Staffy, all coming over the line. Timing screen making no sense whatsoever. We wait now. Next man over the line will be Henno. He's going to bring that Ferrari home for points. So a very interesting round 1 comes to an end. Hope it was as exciting for the drivers as it was exciting for me. I had no idea what was going on, but hope you were still able to make sense of whatever was going on. And there we go. Podium celebrations, Red Bull on the top step, nothing new there, something we've all gotten used to seeing. good start to the championship. We will be back next week, hopefully with less issues. And Great Britain, Silverstone. We'll see you there. Enjoy.